All right, let's go ahead and get started. Today on First Looks, we're going to stick with Kindle Vella. In fact, we're going to dig into something a little bit different. We're staying with Spooky Month, but we're going to look at something a little more young adult. Again, Kindle Vella is Amazon's new serialized fiction service. It's available both on the iPad and the iPhone. Hopefully, it'll be coming to Android devices as well in the future. You can also read Kindle Vella stories on the Amazon website directly. So here you can see I've got the Kindle Vella side of the Amazon Kindle application open. For future reference, you can get to that by going to Discover and Kindle Vella in the center. That'll take you into the application, the subset rather of the application. So again, what are Vellas? They are serialized short or serialized fiction told in episodic form. So basically, it's a long way of saying individual chapters that for different stories that are available. The first three are always free, and then you purchase additional ones using tokens, which you'll see the tokens I have up in the top right-hand corner. So like I said, they cover a wide array of different genres, and each one's first three episodes are free to enjoy. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to dig into a young adult story that perhaps my daughter might be interested in. So let's go ahead and dive right into that one. This one is called Potion, a witchy fairy tale reimagined by Dorlana Vann. So as we dig into this will be the first thing I always like to talk about when I look at a new Vella is, of course, the image. The image is a little bit different than images or covers for books, rather. What you're going to have is you'll have a simple circular image. In this case, we've got kind of a young girl witch vibe with what looks like a potion or a vial there. In addition, you'll see up here at the top there's a crown. The crown means that this story has received a top fave. It was a favorite in some specific category or some tag, which we'll talk about below. Specifically, the rest of the information here tells us that the story has 28 episodes, 126 thumbs up, and like I said, it is a top fave. That's how it got the crown. Let's dive right in and read the summary information. Lucas and Melrose survived their not-so-fairy-tale childhood and are now trying to live a normal life. But the teen's dark past is summoned after three new girls arrive at their high school with a wicked agenda. Soon the siblings are lured back into the world of magic where evil witches can distort reality. They must uncover the deception before all the ingredients for a deadly potion are gathered. Where this time there may be no escape. Hashtag witches be bitches. So I like it. I like the summary. I like how they added a hashtag at the end. Kind of gives us a tie-in to social media. So if you wanted to talk about this story online, that hashtag might be helpful in finding interested parties or other folks that are interested in that story. Let's dig in a little bit and look at the tags. Again, the tags are these blue items that are beneath the blurb. And the tags help us tell us what the author thinks or where the author thinks this story should be categorized. So we have fairy tale, witches, supernatural, magic, urban fantasy, fairy tale, 2 words, and young adult. So okay, this fits on a number of different criteria that I think my daughter might like. In addition, the author has categorized this as paranormal fantasy. Now, the first thing you want to do, if you're interested in a story, you can always hit the button to follow the story. That'll give you updates on your device when new episodes are posted, so you'll always know when there's a new episode available to read. Now, let's go ahead, and speaking of read, don't forget that the first 3 episodes of every Kindle Vella are always free. So let's dig into episode 1 right now. What we'll do is we'll read a summary of the episode, or I'll dig into that and I'll read read the first so much of this episode to give you a feel for it. And then we'll drop down and take a look at what the author notes had to say. So the title of this episode is 8 Sprigs of Time. Friday, May 25th, 2012. Melrose Yeager sat in the furthest corner by the window, but she still tensed when the bitches strolled through the lunchroom doors. Not many people moved to Tangle Forest, so getting 3 new students in the last month had to be a record. But what was extraordinary was that Phoenix, Violet, and Star were all stylish, model tall, and had a dramatic flair of superiority. Naturally, they were drawn together and clicked like sparkling magnetic energy. Tangle Forest High's own small-town cheerleaders and trendsetters were mere toddlers compared to the trio. The power transition had been fast and harsh, and their nickname had spread just as quickly. Phoenix scanned the cafeteria like a cat on the prowl, a tall, sleek lioness with razor-sharp claws. Her hands were on her hips as her eyes darted from one student to the next. Melrose had never talked to her, actively tried to stay out of her radar, but she'd overheard the gossip and knew that she caused the most damage. Melrose didn't believe Phoenix was your average career bully projecting her own insecurities. She sensed that her motives were more sinister. Phoenix seemed to absorb everyone's positive energy and then bathe in their misery. But there was something else that bothered her, something she couldn't figure out. Phoenix's presence provoked a fear that rose from deep within. Even from a distance, Melrose felt something familiar, haunting, about the way she meticulously, elegantly flowed across the room. All right, so I don't know about you, but this brings back a lot of memories of certain individuals in my high school and grade school times. So I can already sense the budding horror and fear. I like the way the author has opened it up and given us a sort of tense situation right from the drop. And like I said before, one of the things you always want to do is take a look at the bottom of each episode, and you'll get a note from the author. So this time the author says, "Hi, I hope you liked the first episode of Potion. I'm so excited to be part of this new adventure. Episode 2 is in Star's point of view. If you enjoyed the episode, a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Love, laughter, and fairy tales, Dorlana." So a couple of things now that you've reached the end of an episode. If you continue to scroll down beyond the episode itself, what you'll see the opportunity to press the button and give the story a thumbs up, the opportunity to follow the author, and hit a button to see the next episode. So I encourage you to always do a thumbs up on the story if it's something that you were interested in or you enjoyed, to follow the story if it's something you might want to know more of. And if you'd like it, remember, the first 3 episodes are always free. All right. So that gives you a summary of a young adult story here by Dorlana Vann. Hopefully you enjoy it, and it gives you a good feel for how the Kindle Vella application works. So jump out there, grab your device, dig in, and good luck and happy reading.